friends, it's FilmerBrony, and tonight I decided to change it around. So instead of seeing behind the content, tonight, instead of just behind the content, substituting for that name is behind the chat with FilmerBrony. All coming at you on Twitch with it simulcasting on YouTube. So yeah, the reason why I changed it around is because my computer is having some system temperature issues. So, and plus, I'm not using my hard drive that much. And the reason why I'm not using my hard drive is because I accidentally dropped my hard drive on the ground when I was struggling to print out my pay stub from work. So I thought about recovering. So I thought about recovering data of my hard drive by fixing the head. Here, let me show you. Hang on one second. So yeah, this is what my hard drive looks like. I need to get like better like this. So yeah, this is what my hard drive looks like. Let me show you one. Wow. Alright, so this is what my hard drive looks like. I was able to unscrew 6 of them, except the last 3 that I'm having trouble with. I almost had it open too. Something tells me that something tells me that I should go buy another hard drive, but I'd rather recover data with my hard drive by fixing the head of the hard drive. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I came up with the rules of my live stream. So anyhow, before I get to the questions and the comments and whatnot, here are 3 rules of my live stream. So if you're on Twitch, if it's cybercasting on YouTube and whatnot, here are the 3 rules of my live stream. Rule number 1, be respectful. Rule number 2, be friendly and polite to others during the stream. And rule number 3, no rude questions, comments, or profanity. Otherwise, you'll be given 3 warnings. Ever heard of 3 strikes you're out? So yeah, you will be given 3 warnings if you use profanity with the rude questions or comments. So yeah, you'll be given 3 warnings. And then after the 3 warnings, you will be either reported or blocked, but mostly blocked. So yeah, remember the 3rd rule. No rude questions, comments, or profanity. Remember this rule. So anyhow, with that being said right there, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything using the hashtag AskFilmer or AskFilmerBrony. Either one of them. But remember the 3rd rule. No rude questions, comments, or profanity. Alright, so tonight I decided to do a little different. So, my computer, like I said, my computer is having my laptop is having a system temperature issue. So, instead of behind the content with FilmerBrony, I so I chose to change it around from behind the content to behind the chat. So yeah, this is behind the chat with FilmerBrony, the LooneyCon edition. So with that being said, the behind the content name will be behind the content will be put on hold until I can buy like a smaller fan for my laptop. YouTube, um, fellow Twitch streamers, Twitch users, and fellow YouTubers, if you have any questions or comments, but mostly questions, feel free to ask me anything using the hashtag AskFilmer or AskFilmerBrony. Either one of them. Let me know if you want to hear some music. Let's see. Manage your channel directly from. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put some music on. There you go. Oh yeah, when my hard drive was working. Okay, when I was using my hard drive, what it has. Hold on. I was able to keep my hard. I was able to keep my hard drive on the. There you go. Okay, here's the display. So if you're on Twitch and if you have any questions or comments, if you have any questions, so if you're on Twitch and you have any questions, feel free to ask me any. Feel free to ask me anything using the hashtag AskFilmer. Hi there, Solus X Israel. Looks good. Oh, thank you. And YouTube viewers, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to ask me anything using the hashtag AskFilmerBrony. But in the meantime, feel free to chat if you're quite interested. feel free to chat. So far, you will talk about something. So when I was using my hard drive, I was working on my first comic dub, which focuses on Zebra Breeze, Fluttershy, and Rainbow Dash. So I was working on my first comic dub, which is titled I forgot what the title is. When I was using my hard drive, um, when I was using my hard drive, I was working on my first comic dub, and I was almost done with it too. So as soon as I as soon as I recover data, as soon as I recover my data by fixing the head of my hard drive, I will get this hard drive back to work. But in the meantime, at this point, behind the content will be put on hold until further notice. Further notice. Oh, so yeah, I hope you guys are having a fun time in LooneyCon. So after when I get done with my panel, my online panel, I'm gonna check out one of the other panels. So after my panel, I'm gonna check out one of those other panels in LooneyCon. Excuse me. Oh yeah, while I'm at it, and right behind me is I got some posters that I got. So far, I got 4 movie posters. Oh, right behind me is some posters that I have. So far, I got 4 movie posters and 5 posters that I got from Side Effects last year. Oh, let's show you something. First things first. First things first, I got a movie poster for Tomb Raider, Incredibles 2, Smallfoot, Avengers Endgame, and 5 posters that I got from Side Effects last year. So, right off the bat, I got 4 unsigned posters and 1 paid poster that I got from Side Effects. So far, I got posters from Claire Corlett, Katrina Salisbury, Kelly Sheridan. So yeah, I got posters. I got posters from Claire Corlett, which is the voice of Sweetie Bill, Katrina Salisbury, which is the voice of Yona. I got a poster from Kelly Sheridan, which is the voice of Starlight Glimmer. And I got another poster from Big Jim Miller. You might recognize him as a supervising director from Ed, and Eddie, other than just Friendship is Magic. And then afterwards, I got one signed poster from Claire Corlett and Black Griffin. So yeah, I got her signature from Claire, and I got a signature from Black Griffin. It's hard to see because it's hope you're able to see that. So yeah, I got one paid poster, which is a poster from Bronies and which is a poster for Bronies and Ponies, A Journey Through Equestria, which is a documentary made by yours truly, Claire Corlett. So yeah, if you're quite interested in the documentary, feel free to check it out. It's on her YouTube channel. So make sure you look for or make sure you type in. It's either you go to her channel, check out her channel, or just type out, or just type in Bronies and Ponies. So yeah, I recommend you see this documentary. So feel free to check that one out. Oh yeah, and I'm using Restream. I'm using Restream.io. You know, there's a lot, there's a lot of, there's a whole lot of There's a whole lot of streaming sites other than just Restream. There is Streamlabs, OBS, and other stuff. XSplit, XSplit Broadcaster. There's a lot of streaming platforms that you can choose from. So yeah, when I was using my hard drive before I accidentally dropped it, when I was using my hard drive, I was working on my first comic dub based on the comic by Silver Bowler. You should definitely check out his Steven art because his art is really he does a really good job. With the graphics and stuff like that. You should check out Silver Bowler's DeviantArt page because he does a really good job with the comics. You know, adding the characters all together. You should check him out. It's on his Deviant. I don't know about his YouTube. I'm not sure if he has a YouTube page, but feel free to check out Silver Bowler on Deviant, in which I'm given permission to, if it's necessary. So yeah, once when I get my computer, once if I get my computer together, aside for that, once when I recover my data from my hard drive, I'm gonna get my hard drive back to work so I can finish up my first comic done. And speaking of which, I thought about doing more with my channel, with my YouTube channel, right? Doing some brand new content. But I am gonna come up with the announcement as soon as I get my computer to work. Well, not to work, but as soon as I get my computer back together from having the system temperature issues, I will, you know, I'll see what I can do. For those of you who wants to know which music I'm listening to, so at this point I'm listening to Silverhound. I started listening to his music in around October of 2018. It was around October 2018 it was around October 2018 when I started listening to Silverhound. When I became a newcomer brony at the time. Even though I'm streaming for an hour, I might end the stream earlier, but we'll see how this goes. Alright, so as soon as I get my computer and my hard drive back to work, I'm gonna, finish up my first comic dub because I'm almost done with it. So, but I am gonna come up with the announcement about doing some new content for my channel, my YouTube channel. And for those of you who have waited, for those of you who have been patient, waiting for me to do some content, I'd like to say thank you guys for your patience. But not to worry, guys. There are more videos to come. Even though I'm streaming for an hour, but I might end the stream a little early before that time. And then as soon as I'm done with my stream, I'm gonna check out other live streams during LooneyCon. Oh yeah, speaking of LooneyCon, I've I've um I've done my first online panel, which is titled "Behind the Content with FilmerBrony." That was my first online panel that I did for LooneyCon. And my first live stream, it was worth a shot. Even though I was a bit nervous, but it was worth it. There's a lot of good memories that I could come up with. For those of you who learn more about, for those of you who wants to learn more, for those of you guys who wants to know more or learn more about me and everything, um, for those of you guys who wants to learn more about me and other things, I'll have to tell you. So basically, I became a newcomer brony since April and May of 2018. I was 22 at the time. when I started watching one of the My Little Pony in real life videos by Storm XF3. So yeah, I became a brony after when I started watching after when I started watching I became a brony since April and May of 2018. I was 22 at the time when I started watching one of the MLP in real life videos by Storm XF3, which is a brony YouTuber that does the MLP in real life, and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures in real life videos as well. So I started watching his videos, and I thought to myself, we got ourselves sounds like we have a filmmaker for a brony. But then it hits me, and then I think of it, hey, why not call myself FilmerBrony? So yeah, but then after that, soon after when I became a newcomer brony in the months of April and May of 2018, I got more into My Little Pony when I first catch up on the first 8 seasons of Friendship is Magic, before I was even up to date on the 9th season. So then and then a year after when I became a brony, I started going to the first two brony conventions, which was Winnie City PonyCon and Ponyville Cider Fest. So yeah, I became a newcomer brony in the brony fandom. Well, basically, I became a newcomer in the brony fandom when I first went to the first two brony conventions, which was Winnie City PonyCon and Ponyville Cider Fest. And basically, and basically, when I went to the first two conventions, beginning with Winnie City, I began making some new friends. So far, but before I first went to Winnie City, I introduced myself to Bronny Buck on Discord. I introduced myself to him, but then when I went to the convention itself, so far I introduced myself to Lightning Bliss, Yara the Tank Girl, and of course MLP Silver Quill. I also introduced myself to Arco Damon, which is a SFM animator. I introduced myself to Big Jim Miller. You might recognize him as a supervising director for Ed, Edd and Eddy, which is one of my favorite cartoons I grew up with. And then I introduced myself to Applegeek. And then I introduced myself to Juster Diwama, which is a fan voice actor for Doctor Who's. Excuse me. So yeah, those are the people that I met so far when I went to Winnie City. So far, when I went to Winnie City, I introduced myself to Lightning Bliss, MLP Silver Quill, Viara the Tank Girl. Plus, I introduced myself to Justice Diorama, which is a fan voice of Doctor Who's. And after that, I introduced myself to Applegeek. And then during Winnie City, I introduced myself to Cressida when I started listening to one of his songs. And I have to say, he does a really good job writing his songs, you know. Solus X says, how were the conventions you have been able to attend? How were the conventions you have been able to attend? I think you mean how many attend. I think you mean how many conventions you've been able to attend. Well, so far, like I said, I attended the first two conventions, which is Windy City PonyCon and Ponyville Cider Fest. Those are the two conventions that went last year. What was I? So yeah, so during Windy City, other than meeting with Lightning, so during Windy City, other than introducing myself to Lightning Bliss and others, um, I introduced myself with. Well, I met with Crusader and Wonderbolts. And then when I went to when I went to Cider Fest last year, I reunited with the I reunited with the fellow YouTubers that I met from Minnie's. I reunited with the YouTubers, the Brony YouTubers who had went to Windy City. So other than reuniting with Silver Quill, Yara, and the others, which is Crusader and the Wonderbolts, I introduced myself when I went to Cider Fest. Other than reuniting with the YouTubers I know from Windy City, I finally met Brittany Ackerman in person. I finally met Brittany Ackerman and John Kensa in person. After introducing myself to After when I introduced myself to Brittany Ackerman on Discord, I finally met with her in person. So yeah, and Brittany Ackerman is best known for the fan voice of Rainbow Dash. And John Kenza is best known for his music as well, so make sure you check those guys out. Maybe you enjoy it. They sound neat. I'm glad you noticed that. Thank you. Oh yeah, and also when I went to Cider Fest, I finally met with after when I first fought. Oh yeah, when I became a new FilmerBrony a year ago, well, 2 years ago. When I first became a brony 2 years ago, I started watching Minty Ruth's videos. I enjoy watching his videos. But during Cider Fest, I finally met with Minty Ruth in person. But then I but then I met with, just like in the posters, I finally, well, other than reuniting with Argo Damon from Windy City and Big Jim Miller, which he also attended Windy City as well. I finally introduced myself to Claire Corlett, which is the voice of Sweetie Belle. I also met with Katrina Salisbury, Kelly Sheridan, and then at the end, of Cider Fest, I finally met with Black Griffin, which is Gabriel Brown, at which I had his signature on the poster that I paid. Hang on. So at the end of Cider Fest, I introduced myself to Black Griffin, which is Gabriel Brown, which is another Brony YouTuber. He is best known for voice acting and music, so feel free to check him out. So yeah, I finally met with Black Griffin when I had a signature from him when I paid a poster. So yeah. Let's see. sorry for the table. That's okay. That's okay, Solus. I mean, things happen, you know. So yeah, so far when I went to Ciderfest last year, I met with Minty Root, Brittany Ackerman, and John Castle. Brittany Ackerman and John Kenser, and plus I also met with Claire Corlett, Katrina Salisbury, Carrie Sheridan, and also reunited with Argo Damon and Big Jim Miller. And then at the end of Ciderfest, I introduced myself to Black Griffin, which is another Brony YouTuber that is best known for voice acting and music. In which he signed in which he signed an autograph for when I paid for a poster for in which he said at least he signed in which he signed an autograph for when I bought a poster for Bronies and Ponies, which is a documentary made by Claire Corlett herself. So like I said, feel free to check out the documentary. It's on her channel, so feel free to check her out or just type in Bronies and Ponies. Oh yeah, I also got signatures. Oh yeah, I gotta show you something too. When I went to Winnie City, PonyCon, I had signatures from one of our YouTubers that I met. Oh yeah, when you went to conventions like Winnie City, PonyCon, Ciderfest, Everfree North, Everfree Northwest, along with other conventions, they gave you a booklet. Especially when you had a registration. Hang on one second. Is there like a thing that oops. I'm sorry, I accidentally disabled the camera option because I thought it was gonna switch to another angle. Anyhow. I wanted to show you something. So yeah, because when you go to conventions like Windy City, Ciderfest, Everfree Northwest, BabsCon, along other conventions, they give you a booklet at a registration. So whichever you registered at the paying for a ticket in advance, they give you a booklet. So yeah, I gotta show you something. Alright, so when I first came to Windy City last year, I went to the guest of honor when I when I I went to a guest of honor panel when I met with Gianna Zeri, Brandon Critchlow, Mariki Hendricks. So yeah, those are the guests of honor from last year. Okay, so far when I went to Winnie City, I got signatures from several YouTubers. So far, I got a signature from AC Race Best, Uncle Damon, Assassin Monkey, Fiara the Tank Girl, Sable Stock, Silver Quill, and several musicians. I got signatures from Crusader, Loop Hoop, Block Walk, as well as several musicians. Oh yeah, feel free to check out the first three Winnie City vlogs on my channel. Oop, light on for a reason. Let's see. Oh yeah, the booklet. One of the best things about cons. Yeah, because like I said, when you go to conventions like this, they gave you a booklet at a registration. So, alright, I'll be back in a little bit. Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Alright, so when I went from several YouTubers, plus some of the YouTubers I got business cards from Silvercliff. Oh, those blocks on sound. Oh, I'm glad you noticed that because now if you're interested in seeing one of my vlogs and stuff like that, feel free to check out the first three of my Winnie CD vlogs on my channel. So as soon as I get my computer and my hard drive back to work, I'm gonna do some new content throughout my channel. So if you're quite interested, feel free to check out the first three of my Winnie CD vlogs from last year. So as soon as I get my computer back to work and my hard drive back to work, I'm gonna do some new content. And plus I'm gonna finish up making my first comic book. Um okay. Only if there's another option. So yeah. And here's another booklet that I got from Cyberfest. Because like I said, I've been to the first two conventions last year. So yeah, when I went to Cyberfest, here are the guests and here are the guests of honor. Those are the guests of honor. So yeah, I first met with Starlight Glimmer, voice actor Carrie Sheridan, Claire Corlett, Andy Price, Big Jim, which also attended Windy City last year. Oh yeah, totally forgot to mention. I introduced my, I first met with Sunny Westbrook, which is the voice of Cozy Grow. And then there is, other than Kelly and the others, there is Tony Grant and Desiree Salmark. And let me show you the signatures that I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So far, those are the five YouTubers that I reunited with from Winnie City. And what's not to forget, I met with Brony Brewer when I went to his panel. Plus, I also discovered Jake Wyman when I went to his panel. I believe I introduced myself to Paleo Steno. I think. I think I met with Pixel Kitties too. And when I first met with Minty Root in person, I got a signature from him. So yeah, I reunited with 5 of one of our YouTubers, along with the new people I met in person. And then at the end of Cider Fest, when I first met with Black Griffin, I got a signature for him as well. Oh yeah, and I also reunited with Crusader from Windy City, in which I paid for his new CD. Let me show you what the CD looks like. So yes, and it's titled Super Duper Dance Party. Super Duper Dance Party. And on the back you will see the first 4 songs on which he made. When I paid for his CD, I got a signature from him. It says, "Hey, FilmerBrony, thank you so much for all your support and for being a fan, Crusader." So I paid for his CD, in which I got a signature from him. And you should definitely check out his channel as well. Speaking of this album, you should definitely check out his EP on his YouTube channel. So feel free to check it out. Whoop. All right, so it's getting close to 10 minutes. It's getting close to 10 minutes. So after this stream, I'm gonna check out some other live streams during LooneyCon. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the convention while you can. And feel free, most importantly, is to have some fun, have fun. Enjoy. Hope you guys enjoying the rest of the convention for the weekend. Hope you guys have fun. I'll be right back. One of the best things I one of the best things I love about this and the best is making new friends. And I'm back. it's it's be it'll be an interesting pattern. You know, one of the best things about one of the best things about going to Winnie City, LooneyCon, and Cyberfest is to make new friends. Those are the things. Those are the best things I like. You know, the best things I love about going to conventions is to make new friends, especially introducing yourself to new people. And somehow you got to be polite when you introduce yourself to new people. But at the same time, you have to. At the same time, you have to be careful when you're around other people. Because if you're friends with anyone who isn't your friend, or even if you're friends with the wrong people, you should definitely stay away. Welcome back. Oh, thank you, Solus. Friends are the best. Definitely true. Friends are the best. See, that is definitely true. Attention Twitch viewers and YouTube viewers. Attention Twitch viewers. The time is now 9:53, 8:53, and Mountain Standard Time. The time is now 9:54 or 8:54, and the stream will be over at 10 in almost 5 minutes. So, Twitch viewers, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me using the hashtag AskFilmerBrony. YouTube viewers, the time, attention all YouTubers, the time is now 9:54 or 8:54 in the Mountain Standard Time, and the time is now 8:54 Mountain Standard Time or 9:54, which is my time, and the stream will be over in almost 5 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me using the hashtag AskFilmerBrony. It's great seeing where your friends' dreams take you. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Definitely agree. And sometimes when it's hard, and sometimes when it's hard to make new, it's hard when it's hard to be friends with new people. You can't expect anything to be easy because there are times when it's really hard to make new friends, especially at the time when I when I used to be in high school. When I was in high school, I had a lot of trouble fitting in. I didn't have that much. I didn't have that sympathy. Attention Twitch viewers, the time is now 8:56 or 9:56, 9:56 on my time, and the stream will be closing in 4 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything using the hashtag AskFilmer. Attention all YouTubers. viewers. The time is now 8:56 or 9:56 Central Time in my time, and the stream will be over in 4 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me anything using the hashtag AskFilmerBrony. Oh, speaking of my first online panel that I did for LooneyCon, I thought to myself that I should definitely do more with Twitch. And getting back to video games is one of them. The last time I played video games was when I played Fallout Shelter. Fallout Shelter. That was the last time I played video games. You see, the last time I played video games was when I played Fallout Shelter on my PC. Excuse me. Excuse me. 1, 2. Attention all Twitch viewers, the time is now 8:58 or 9:58 on my time, in my time, Central Time, and the stream will be closing in less than 2 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me using the hashtag AskFilmer. But you gotta hurry because time is running fast. Attention all YouTube viewers. The time is now 8:58 or 9:58 in my time, and the stream will be closing in less than 2 minutes. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask me using the hashtag AskFilmerBrony. But you gotta hurry though because time is running very quickly. Alright. Alright, that's gonna be, in that case, that's gonna be for my stream for tonight, you guys. Thank you guys for watching it. And if you like this stream and you want to see more streams like this soon, feel free to hop on over at twitch.tv/FilmerBronyTV, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, FilmerBrony22X. Don't forget to subscribe for new content, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, links in the description below. Oh, even though I didn't put that link in the description. But anyhow, the time is now 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock in my time. So in that case, that's going to be the stream for today, you guys. Thank you guys for watching it. And if you like this stream and you want to see more streams like this one, feel free to hop on over to twitch.tv/FilmerBronyTV. And don't forget to follow me on YouTube at FilmerBrony22X, or on my Twitter at ZayPikes at FilmerBronyBA. Hope you guys enjoy this stream, even though I had to change it differently. But anyhow, I love y'all bronies to death, and don't forget to keep it fantastic. And in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the. I hope you guys, if you are attending LooneyCon and Ponyfest Online, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the convention, and I'll see you guys when I see you. I love you bronies to death. I love you Filmer fans to death, and don't forget to keep it fantastic. Hallelujah, and have a good rest of your night.